Brothers, a man needs a vision, right? He needs a vision, and then he needs to swim upstream every day for the rest of his life. Now, once upon a time, I had a very negative self-image, lots of self-loathing. I had no direction in life, and there were no mentors to guide me. I felt as if there was nothing much that was expected of me. And if you think deep enough, you realize that if you don't figure out how you're going to live your life, it's likely to turn into a shit show, brothers. Seriously, don't get me wrong. You could still do everything right and it turns out that way, but you need a vision and something to keep you committed to that vision. Now, I'm not really big on astrology or anything like that, but I wanted to share a story with you guys. Early in my reboot, I was really searching for direction, and this search led me to astrology, right? And one day, I read a passage in an astrology book, and it changed my life, all right? So I'm a Pisces, and under my zodiac sign, it read, the two fish denote the two directions that you could go, upstream or downstream. And downstream for a Piscean is the very depth of a wasted life. Ignore the easy path, for it leads to downfall. The difficult swim upstream is where true happiness, fulfillment, and enlightenment lie. Now, brothers, this is in my journal, which I read pretty much every day, and I've been reading every day for over a decade. That's why it's right there at the top of my mind. And I know that's common sense advice, in an astrology book, but at that moment, my brothers, it felt as if it was all I had. Simple and straightforward. And something clicked within me. I copied that quote into my journal, and that was the last astrology book I ever read. And from that day onwards, I always took the unknown path. I always took the more painful option. I always stepped into my fears. I always took the stairs, never the escalators, literally. And anytime I attempted to flow downstream or take the easy conventional path, I was immediately punished, and I always regretted my actions. It was almost as if life wanted me to swim upstream once I had made that commitment. Swimming upstream is difficult, brothers. It is lonely, it is scary, and it's sometimes very agonizingly painful. And to keep up the pace, you need a vision, a mission that's bigger than yourself or anyone close to you. So personally, I would never have created a vision for myself if I didn't give myself permission to live life on my own terms. So brothers, for those of you in your 20s, in your 30s, even in your 40s, and if you find yourself being constantly unfulfilled, unhappy, ask yourself, hey, beyond my trying to quit this addiction, is this linked to spending a good portion of my life swimming downstream the easy way, only to find out later that no one gives a damn about where you ended up in life, right? So ask yourself, am I swimming upstream outside of my addiction, or am I swimming downstream? Brothers, I have a feeling, I'm not going to say I guarantee you, but I have a feeling that once you start swimming against the current, things are going to change for you in your life. I'll speak to you tomorrow.